I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can't do...
Hello racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Hez, I'm with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Saturday, October the 26th races, the second last day of racing. Exciting. First race, of course, at 150. Pretty much, obviously, the trainer's titles
that's wrapped up.
Gone.
That's wrapped up
Phil
by
Hall,
Phil Hall.
Congratulations to him. But interesting.
Jockey stand is very much in play.
Yeah, so this will be good.
What hurts Amadeo Perez's chances is on Saturday he's out riding Enchanted Lady at Calgary.
Yeah, he's in at Century Downs.
Still only two behind him and Enrique, both two behind
Antonio Reyes. Of course,
So,
Richard Hamill not riding this weekend.
Yes.
He's riding in Calgary on Sunday, but he's suspended for the final 2 days. But did announce his retirement. Yeah, what a great career.
All the best to Richard.
The kid wrote everything.
That's for sure.
Every major stake, class guy, and
five-time
leading
rider.
Yep. Best wishes to Richard and his future endeavors. You never know. Sometimes you retire and you come back and you're
sometimes you get the itch.
You
might
get
whatever.
The itch,
but exactly.
I hope that is the case because the room could always use him. But yeah, Richard Hamill not riding this weekend, so you'll see a lot of different riders on different horses throughout the day that aren't usually teamed up. Let's get into the Saturday opener. Got some fillies and mares here and a $4,000 claimer going 6.5 furlongs. Got to feel the 6 signed on. I went with a 2-horse Harlan's Angel. Impressive win at the non-3 level last time. Moves up to the non-4. I think she can handle the slight jump up, and it's not really in price, but it is in caliber. It didn't come up super tough. I like the fact she can sit just off the horses and run a good race, and she can also go to the front if the pace is slow. I see future games going. I see Sharp Contrast probably showing speed as well. Not drawn as nicely, Sharp Contrast for her speedy style, but I think Harlan's Angel is just drawn beautifully, and I like this horse to win it. But the 5-horse Emercito win for second. Good runner-up effort to Sweet 16 last time at the non-3 level, and at the non-4 level, and just continues to run good races. The last 4 races, wow, they're all solid. They're all solid efforts. 2 wins, a second and a third. She's just in good form, and I like sticking with those horses. And up at the 3-horse Camus Reserve in for third. Another one that's in good form, string of good races, just needs a little racing luck to get through. You know, she just kind of been a little unfortunate, a little wide in some of her races, and just when she needs a little room, she can't seem to get it. And when you're these kind of mares, you need some breaks. And
if she gets a break,
it's a matter of losing by half a length or winning by half a length the trip. But I went 2, 5, and 3. I think Harlan's Angel is going to be tough.
I agree. I think Harlan's Angel's the filly to beat in here, but I'm going to go to Sharp Contrast just because this affiliate has quite a bit of backclass, and I think the fact that she got a win last time. I mean, she won an allowance race at Edmonton earlier this year. Getting down, getting a little confidence boost. I could see her coming back and being tough this weekend. And one in the slop, it looks like it. I don't know. What are they saying? Perhaps a sloppy track this weekend?
No, it's supposed to be actually rain.
Supposed to be decent?
As of today's Thursday, but as of Friday, it's supposed to get a little bit of rain. But Saturday, Sunday, it's supposed to be all right.
We'll have to see
we're
how the track
hoping
plays.
It's going to be a fast track. But I know I left this horse out, but I liked her last time. But I'm a little.
Yeah, I picked her last time. I just think.
Like the draw.
Yeah, she's got the outside, but I just like the fact that she's gone down. She's got a confidence builder, and with the back class, I'm thinking she can move forward off that. So I put her on top. I agree. Harlan's Angel looks like the filly to beat, and I have Camus Reserve in the 3rd spot as well. 6-2-3 for me in the first. On to the second. 4,000 open for older boys. Non-winners of the year or non-4 field of 7. Sergeant Rick just got beat a dirty one last time by Mighty Fraser. Just beat a nose after a big move. It looks like there's some speed in here to set him up. Sir Barclay, Genoa Bay's got good early lick. Imposing Cat.
No, there's speed.
There's speed, and I think it sets up well for Sergeant Rick and Leary Seashron. Sergeant Rick for me on top. I put Imposing Cat in the 2nd spot, just behind Genoa Bay and Sergeant Rick last time, and has a nice forward style. He's the one that took that drop down to 4,000 last time, only got beat a length and a half for Paddy Lee. And I threw Genoa Bay, and absolute clunker going long last time. He's back at 6.5 where he's run. I don't know. He's run good long and short the last time.
He just got caught up in the speed.
Yeah, got caught up in the speed, though. They didn't go crazy quick. 23,
47
and fell apart. But quality horse, kept back sprinting. I put him in 3rd. 5-3-2.
Yeah, I agree. I got the same horses. I agree. The race, the dynamics definitely favor the 5 Sergeant Rick. You're not going to get 5-1 on him this time, but you'll probably get 2 or 3-1 on him, and I think he'll come running on late and be very tough to beat. I agree with Genoa Bay, and for second, I'll forgive him for his last start. And he comes back to a sprint where he was pretty successful. He just got beat by Sergeant Rick. And I put the 3-horse Imposing Cat in for third. Another one. They're all coming out of that same Mighty Fraser race. 5, 2, and 3 for me in the second. On to the third race. Got some Colts and Geldings here. 3-year-olds and upwards. 4,000 non-2 lifetime, going a mile and a 16th. Big class dropper here in Chef. I think there's going to be. He's going to get a easier company. Going to get looks like a breakneck pace in here with Quagmire. You got Storm Rocket shows speed. You got Klondike Gentleman, Mr. Tiz, and Gate Shot. All you have 5 horses. That
forward horses.
Definitely want to be in position early. And Chef does not want to be in position early, and he won't be. He'll be last. But I think at this level he will be first when it counts at the wire. But the 1-horse Random Act, I'm not a huge fan of the horse, but I just think he has the right running style to run into the placings in here. I pretty much stayed away from all the speed horses. And just went to the closers. I went Chef over Random Act, and I did throw in Quagmire for 30. Maybe the best of the horses that do run on. A little disappointed he couldn't win with a 49 opening half a couple times, but and he's not going to get that this time. But he's still in decent form, and I thought he was the best of the rest. I went 5-1 too.
I agree. Chef looks like the big dropper in here for Dino Connolly. This is a horse that won a maiden special weight by 3 earlier on this year. It's a good spot for him. A 4-2 that's going long. That's what he wants to do. I got Chef on top of. I think I'm with you. I think Quagmire is the best of the speed horses in here, so I'm going to put him in second, and I put Buck in for third. Another horse that could be, if he sits off the pace, which I think he will, that could be his advantage. And here he gets Enrique Gonzalez as Antonio Reyes does go to Chef. I went 5, 2, and 4. On to the fourth, open 16 for 3 and up Colts and Geldings. I mean, the obvious horse to look at here is Highway Boss, who just won for 35, dropping down to 16. A nice Glenn Todd late season move there, getting aggressive. But Little Group, I mean, he's been so impressive in his last 3. He sets the kind of fractions that nobody wants to go with him, and he just re-breaks. Last time, 22-45, went down there in 16-2. The time for that, 21-3, 44 flat, and drew off and win by 3. He is a horse that's really on his game right now. For one,
no one's going to go with him.
I don't see anybody that's going to go with him. For one, there isn't really any other speed horses in here. For two, who wants to go that kind of speed and try and hang with them? He's on the lead. I think he's tough to catch. Somebody does catch him, it'll be Highway Boss, who's on his game right now. Won 2 out of his last 3. Kind of went in the race to fill it for his stablemate Proof last time.
So it's no shock to see the horse in for 16.
End up winning it. Yeah,
exactly. 5 and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But he won it.
He won by accident.
But he won it. But he still won it.
Yeah.
Still counts. Put him in for second. I threw European. What's he run? 9 times this year, 8 of them in the money. Good horse to round out the try. 6, 3, 4.
I have the same horses. I agree with everything you said. Little Groot. Hopefully they ride them and don't rate them. Don't go 23, 47 and then try and win and invite all these horses
loose,
to lay
exactly.
close.
Shake loose.
Go your
get away.
22-1, 45-1. Have a 6-length lead and let them try and catch you with a big lead. So I like Little Groot.
Totally agree.
To defeat Highway Boss and European. I agree. On the 5th race, a maiden $50,000 optional $50,000. Claiming race for 2-year-olds, going 3.5 furlongs. The 4-horse Gotcha Cowboy making his 8th start of the season already, and quite a career already for him. He's banked over 20 grand. Yeah. Just hasn't been able to break through the win, but maybe the cut back to 3.5 will do it. Shows good speed in most of his races. One of the firsters will really have to jump up and do well to win it. Yeah. And those ones would be the bottom 2 horses, the 8 Toreador and the 9 Bob's Buddy, who both come from capable barns. They haven't really hidden the works at all. They're pretty much displayed very fast away from the gate, very fast from the pole. Last couple of works for Toreador are 47 and change. That's very good. That transposes to like a 34 and change first 3/8, and that'll Gotcha Cowboy better be on his game to beat a horse like the bottom 2 horses who appear to be very, very quick. So I went 4, 8, and 9.
Wow, I don't have much to add. Usually with the 2-year-old races, we get a little bit more action here, but
I just had trouble going anywhere else. Maybe Golden's Comet.
Patty's other horse.
That's a good race. The sluice back, sharp move race.
Yeah.
That is a good
live race.
Key race.
Target is coming out of that race too, so another one maybe to throw in there. But I agree. Gotcha Cowboy with so much seasoning for leading trainer Phil Hall, getting back to 3.5. He breaks. He's quick. He should be tough. And Milton's horse, another back in. And I had a conversation with the other day. We saw you know, 2 freshman sires with horses, first time 2-year-olds to the races this year, made big impacts in Backen and Lent. Both a bright future for both of them. Toreadors of Backen and Bob's buddy, the Paddy Leaney horse, Reyes, picks up that call, so that's one to watch. I agree with you. Same horses, same order. 4, 8, 9 in the 5th. On to the 6th.
More 2-year-olds.
Maiden 8 for babies, going 6.5 furlongs. I went to the Phil Hall runner. The girl, Intent on Gold, good second behind Queen's Park, who was a filly that was dropping in for 16 last time out of the Craig McPherson barn. Enrique Gonzalez aboard. I like Intent on Gold. I put Passing Notes, the 10 horse. The other Craig McPherson runner only got beat a half at this level last time. The other 2 dead heated for first. So it was more like a second, really, but there was 2 horses, 2 horses in front. Before that, comes out of that Synergy Gotcha Cowboy race. Took a drop down to 8, ran really well. Figures to be tough in here again. And I threw in Lots of Love, the Pat Jarvis 2-year-old daughter of Macho Uno that's coming out of some pretty tough races. First starts ran the Sales Stakes, ran into Infinite Patience. And last time, Sophie Soleil and Floral, considerably easier company for her, and she gets Reyes as well. 4, 10, and 8 for me.
Yeah, I went with the 10 Passing Notes. I don't love anyone in here. That's, you know, a pretty good final time. Last time was traveling well at the end of the race, was actually trying to split horses near the end and was traveling better than anyone else and would have won with just a couple more strides if the wire was just up the stretch a little farther. But it does have to deal with the 10 hole. You're going to be a short price in here, and it's, you know, there's a lot going on in this race, and still going to need some luck even to win from this big bulky field of 11. So I did go to the 10 on top of the 4, Intent on Gold, the filly, as you mentioned. Good runner-up effort at Queen's Park. Time wasn't fast, the fractions weren't fast, but still it was a good effort. And the 2 horse, I got Vision, I threw in the mix for Frank Ma. Good third, 2 back behind Intent on Gold in Queen's Park. Last time tackled Sophie Soleil and Floral and didn't get the best, didn't get away well and just was flat, and maybe a better effort this time. We'll see if I got Vision on the class drop improves. But I went 10, 4, and 2 in the 6th. On the 7th race, the 6th race does kick off the late pick 4 with 9 races on tap. The 7th race.
Oh yeah, did we touch on that?
The
what
pick
race
5
was that?
Starts in race
5th race.
Does it start in the 5th?
No, 3rd race.
It'll start in the 3rd. Yeah, the
I
pick
think
5.
3rd race.
Big carryover.
3rd race.
Yeah, 3rd race it starts. Do note that the pick 5 carryovers at $6,000, $6,067, and it is.
They're putting the overages in it as well. They figure it's going to be around 10,000, and it will be mandatory payout.
Mandatory pay, yeah.
Third race.
It does pay. You get 4. Don't throw your tickets away if you had a loser. It may pay you out at 4 out of 5 because it does have to pay. On the Saturday card. 7th, back to the 7th race. Maiden $4,000 fillies and mares going 6.5 furlongs. I think it's a 2-horse race. Pretty heavy chalk in here with the 6 Bonita B and the 2 Baby Rose. I went Bonita B, just shortening up. Just run some good races going along. Just can't seem, you know, her Largo's good. Her Every Wish is good. Dawn's Mornings come back to win. She just seems to be hooking the tougher $4,000 maidens in those mile and 16th races. And I think maybe Baby Rose has been in the easier $4,000 sprints and how they hook up. But Baby Rose has more speed, and we'll see how that works out. But I like Bonita B to defeat Baby Rose and the 4-horse Sprague for 3rd. I went 6, 2, and 4.
Not much to add. I went the other way. I went Baby Rose on top just because she was packing it in bad in her in the first 3 starts for Glenn Todd, and then last time I think she finally really got something out of that race, running a good second, and I could see her coming out of that race and running, you know, building on that race. So I got her on top of Bonita B. I agree, Sprague for Twink Baumgartner in the 3rd spot. 2, 6, 4 for me. On to the 8th, 4 non-3 for 3 and up Colts and Geldings. Field of 7. I went to Postman. I like Postman the other day. He is going to need some help in here. He is going to need some speed. Horse could be dangerous. Not only because it cost me my pick 4 the other day, but I was a little frustrated that Horse didn't go with Honk the other day. Honk got out there alone, and he just kind of sat and watched him. And I want Horse to be involved early. I'm hoping that Stevie's song maybe somebody can put some pressure on Horse, because I've liked Postman, and he's been running good races, but he does need something to run at. I put Postman on top of Horse, and I threw in Mabens. Mabens had a great
last month.
Yeah, the last month he's just on fire. Congrats actually to him with a nice brown girl the other day. Red Hot Rio in 3rd. 1, 5, 6.
I went to the 5 horse. I have never really picked the horse, but I just, you know, I just think he has a perfect opportunity to win a race.
Get on the lead and go, yeah.
Because there's no speed in here. Mario Saunders should be able to boot this one right to the front and play catch me if you can, and no sitting off of other horses. Just go. And, if he runs that KK Gold race back that he turned in on October the 6th,
he'll be a winner.
He wins the race, and I just don't see anyone to go with him early, so I think he should get the lead. I put the 6-horse Red Hot Rio in for second. Never seemed comfortable in behind the slow pace last time in the slot. Hopefully the fast track conditions will be better for him, because it looks like it may be a fast strip. And I put Bow Chickawawa in for third. I left your Postman rate out, but no speed in the race, and I just thought horse was going to be dangerous.
That is scary.
5, 6, and 3 in the 8th. In the 9th and final on the Saturday afternoon program, we got some $4,000 claimers here. Fillies and mares that have never won 2 lifetime, going 6 1/2 furlongs. I ended up on the 4 Blondie. It just looks like everyone in here wants to go to the front. Blondie does not, and that's going to bode well. You're not going to get a big price on the 4-horse Blondie, but I think she will be one of the more likely winners on the card. I see Pajamas going with First Summer and Proud Woman, and I just see Blondie getting a perfect trip sitting in behind them. So I like her over the 1 Backseat Rider and the 2 Aspired. I'm going to give Aspired another shot in the money. Did a lot of chasing last time against the heavy favorite. Take a Look at Me, and I thought was maybe better. Coming back to a sprint might be a little more dangerous. But Backseat Rider and Blondie, I think, are the top 2 horses in here, both in good form. I just thought Blondie maybe a little bit better. 4-1-2.
I went to Backseat Rider, the Terry Clyde runner in here. 3 seconds in a row at this condition. Second behind Stevie Song, second behind Hilariously Naughty. Last time, second behind Kensington Market. That one cost me a bunch. Backseat Rider. So I put Backseat Rider on top. I didn't take a
horse named Backseat.
I took
front seat.
I took the back seat that day. Didn't have Kensington Market in my pick 4. I put Proud. I don't see as much speed in here, and I think the speed of the speed is Proud Woman. First time Dina runs her, runs really good, breaks her maiden, comes back with an absolute clunker, puts Julio Roque on her. Much better race last time, and I think that's another one. She's getting comfortable running against winners now, and could take another step forward. And I just don't see a lot of gas. I think she's the one on the lead to have to run down. So I put her in second. I put Blondie in third. 1, 6, 4 for me. In the 9th, that'll do it for our analysis of the Saturday card. Up next on screen will be our picks.
Recap. There we are.
As always, you're up first.
Second race number 1, I did go to the 2-horse Harlan's Angel. I'm going to go 2, 5, and 3. Race number 2, the 5-horse Sergeant Rick. Certainly a good opportunity for him. I went 5, 2, and 3. Race number 3, I went to the 5 Chef. Another one with a lot of speed in the race, and Chef's off-the-pace tactics should make him pretty dangerous. 5, 1, 2 in the 3rd. 4th race, number 6, Little Groot. Going to go 6, 3, and 4. Race number 5, the 4 Gotcha Cowboy over the 8 and 9. Race number 6, the 10 Passing Notes with the 4 Intent on Gold and the 2 I Got Vision. Race number 7 looks like a 2-horse race on paper here. I went 6, 2, and 4. And in the 8th, I went to the 5 Horst. Going to go 5, 6, and 3. And in the finale, I went to the 4 Blondie. Going to go 4, 1, and 2 to close it out.
On my picks, back in the first, I went to the 6, Sharp Contrast over the 2 and the 3. In the second, I agree with Mike. Number 5, Sergeant Rick looks good over the 3 and the 2. In the third, we're both taking the big dropper, number 5, Chef over the 2 and the 4. In the fourth, we're both taking the very speedy number 6, Little Groot over the 3 and the 4. In the fifth, I went to the 4 Gotcha Cowboy over the 8 and the 9. In the 6th, I went to the 4 Intent on Gold over the 10 and the 8. In the 7th, I went to the 2 Baby Rose over the 6 and the 4. In the 8th, I went to the 1 Postman. I've always liked Postman over the 5 and the 6. And in the nightcap, I go to the 1 Backseat Rider over the 6 and the 4. Speaking of Postmen, next weekend is Breeders' Cup weekend. We still do have a little bit of room here at the Derby Bar and Grill, but we are filling up fast. You can give us a call at 604-536-2978. Ask for me, and we'll get your reservation. Speaking of Sergeant Rick, the trainer, John Snow, he's down.
Yes.
Good luck to him. He's running Brave Nation.
Santa Anita.
Yeah, he's down there running Brave Nation in the Breeders' Cup Marathon, so good luck to those connections. Gordy Christoph, Mario Gutierrez is going to ride him. And John Snow, good luck to them on Breeders' Cup weekend, which is next weekend.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun trying to hopefully
have some
do better
local
than
interest.
Commander. Commander won the premiers and then went to run in the Breeders' Cup Marathon.
Yeah, he won the premiers by like 15, and then he went down there and he kind of ran off. And then the next year he won the premiers again and he gave it another try. Not with an abundance of success, but it's always exciting to have a local horse involved in those races.
It is a mile and 3/4, so it's a long ways, and it takes a real special horse to run that far.
Yes.
But hopefully Brave Nation can for Gordy Christoph and John Snow. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. Our next live card is our final live card of the season.
Yes.
Sunday, October the 27th, first race will be at 1:50. We do have 9 races on the Sunday afternoon program. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Handicapper's Corner at the Derby Bar and Grill.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do